Welcome to the Instagram Live, where we're going to break down Brain to the Table. This is number 2 on my project, Intellectual Frequencies, that just dropped a few weeks ago. It's an amazing track, and we're just going to break down everything from the production to the lyrics, how we all met each other and started creating the song together. So I want to have y'all introduce each other. So I'll go with Zach first, just who you are, do, all that stuff.
I'm Zach. I'm a producer, engineer, artist, DJ, keyboard player. That's probably the whole list. I'm in my studio right now. Kind of go a little swing around. I guess you're mostly looking at the walls. Anyway, I'm up here in Fort Knox. This is where we made the beat. I got the beat pulled up in case, I don't know what kind of questions you're going to ask, so I just pulled it up just in case. Yeah, I have my own band, Karma Fett. I believe, Jovan, we met probably because of Cordoba, or Tamari T. I think the first time I met you was probably that House of Blues show.
Really? Okay.
I think so.
I didn't know.
That was a while ago.
Man, that was far. That was 2018 when we did that show.
Sounds right.
Yeah. But I feel like I first knew of you through Cordoba, which is
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, which is a jazz, for those who don't know, it's a jazz band. Which is breaking up soon, not permanently, but a jazz band based in Chicago, where my saxophone player, Eric Novak, plays for that band as well.
Yeah.
And Zach.
Well, Eric's what connected me with them too, because Tamari T was the first band I joined.
Okay.
In 2016. The first band in Chicago I joined. And,
Eric, where are you from?
Eric put me on for Cordoba. And both of those bands provided a lot of connections, which is great.
Right. And where are you from originally?
I was born here, but we moved around a bit. I went to high school and college in Kentucky. Okay. And then I moved up here in 2016.
Okay, that's what's up. Zach. All right, Chris Fields, a.k.a. Phantom. Tell everybody about who you are for those who may not know.
Okay. Chris Phantom Fields, rapper, singer, producer, songwriter. Pretty much the Swiss Army knife for when it comes to music. I do it all. Originally from Brooklyn, New York. Born and raised, and kind of moved around a bit. Right now I'm in Florida. In the central area, I would say, like Melbourne, Florida, that area. And I'm just staying busy, making the music and writing and just drawing inspiration when I can. I've been at it for a minute, so it's kind of like it's just kind of like all right, let's just kind of keep trying new things until something eventually sticks. But I believe, Jovan, we met at A3C.
Hey, back in 2019.
Right, we was in that classroom, and we were getting the production on, and doing your thing, and I still got that picture where we all took together, and stayed in contact, linked on here, and the rest was easy. I mean, I'm just a big fan of what you do and how you create, and just. It's super inspirational, for me, especially for me to get going. We talked about that, but
yes,
we've been rocking ever since. When the album or the EP came about, I was like, listen, I'd love to be a part of it. And when I heard the record, I was like, oh, this is smooth. This is different. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Yeah. And what was you doing at A3C? Why were you going there?
It was my first time. And for years, people have been saying, you gotta go. And for the longest time, in the beginning, I didn't really know how to get a part of it or how to even do anything. But then once I got it, I was like, all right, I'm going to make this trip, and do it. And it actually clicked. Ironically, I was able to be there through TrackLip.
Oh, wow. So they covered your way to get there and your entry and everything?
I got my way to get there, but to get in and everything, yeah, because I was rocking with them. That was when Wave Different was out, and they were still not new, but they were trying to get off the ground with some of the things that they're doing now. So, the song being big and, being fortunate to be on a lot of different platforms, including TV. They were just like, oh, come through, show love. And they've always been super supportive. So it was nice to kind of reciprocate, And yeah, I was able to get in there and rock out. And here we are.
That's amazing. Because that was my second time going to A3C. I went there back in 2016. That's how I fell in love with Machine, how I make the beats and everything. Mm-hmm. And then in 2019, I dropped a project called Synergy. It's an all-women hip-hop album. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to do a workshop there for, women who produce. Right. And so I got in for 2019. But of course, A3C is an amazing music conference in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Connections that way as well. Yep. So I was looking at the schedule and I saw that they had the track lib sample session, which is where we.
Yep.
And I don't even really, work with samples, but I was like, let me challenge myself, and we were all showcasing our beats.
Yeah. I think it was like an Isaac Hayes sample we had to flip.
Yep. Isaac Hayes. Yep. It was. Yep. And mine was like a Chicago footworking style type of.
Yeah. And I was over here putting this gritty New York sound to it, and it was cool. It was cool. You seeing what everybody was doing and the different sounds from different areas. Everybody was from all over the place, So it was nice to hear different sounds from different people. So
right. Yeah. Now speaking of producing, what do y'all use to make your beats? Because we have producers in the room right now.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first. Yeah.
Okay. I'm on Machine as well, which is fun so Jovan and I have gotten together a few times to just sort of cook, and you can hook them both up to one computer. So Jovan will be doing percussion stuff, and then I'm over on the keyboards trying to come up with ideas. So I'm sure that I don't remember exactly how this one came together, but I'm sure it was something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah. But yeah. They'll sketch out ideas on Machine or with a band, and then everything else happens in Pro Tools.
Chris?
No, I've been using Fruity Loops since 7, and I'm up to 20. So
you faithful?
Yeah, I'm a faithful guy. But yeah, Fruity Loops is just my main thing, and I love chopping samples in it. I've kind of gotten good at incorporating that and adding some of the the synths and stuff. It's just super easy for me to see and really just snap things in and just go. I can move pretty quickly in that. I wanted to learn the MPC and stuff like that, but I don't know. Fruity Loops is just always had my heart.
I know
they broke,
right, but exactly they broke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I want to go back to even me and you, Zach, how we even got together to make music in the first place. I don't know if you remember, but I made a post, I think late last year, just about this is the type of people I want to work with moving forward, because previously I was a little bit burnt by working with the artists that just didn't have their things together. Just none of their PRO set up, no social media. And granted, you don't have to be a big artist, but I've been doing this for a minute, since 2008, but really taking off in 2012. Right. So I feel pretty seasoned in how I make my music, how I perform, how I want to put myself out there, the content that I'm creating. And I want somebody on the same level or even more when I'm collaborating. So I just put out a post that's these are the things that are non-negotiable that I need to have with the people that I work with, because I'm not playing. I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
And so Zach, you came across the post.
I said,
you all the list, and you come forward anyway.
I said the most unprofessional thing to try and start a collaboration.
What did you say?
I said, collab, bro.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
Collab. Bro.
I was like, do you check all the boxes?
I was like, she'll get that this is tongue-in-cheek. I'm not sure that you did, but hey, it worked out. I'm glad it did.
I knew you were serious. I was like, okay.
Word.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this beat, I believe this was the second beat that we made together, because I came to your studio and we made a beat together. And then I think we called that one LSD because it just reminded me of Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. It's like right on the lakefront. It's like one of the best views in the city when you're driving.
Was that the one we tried to pitch to somebody?
No, oh, you know what? That was the first one actually.
I thought okay.
Okay. So maybe this one was either the one I'm talking about that sounds like you're driving on Lakeshore Drive. That might have been the second one, and then this beat was the third one. It was definitely one of the first three. Yeah. And we were making it. It definitely sounded like Neptunes, the Neptunes, and Lil Brother. If you don't know who Lil Brother is, for the hip hop heads, they are a dope collab. They're like a dope duo, hip hop duo from North Carolina, featuring Big Pooh and Phonte, and Ninth Wonder did some of their production in their early. Yeah. So yeah, it just reminded me of that, and it kind of gave like this little back and forth. But like, do you want to talk about like the creation process for the beat a bit?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we hook up the two machines. I got the Mark III. She's got the Jam. Yep. And
that one, I still use it to this day, though.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
I said they retired the machine Jam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Yeah, they kind of move through hardware kind of fast.
Yeah.
It seems like every year there's a new one. But yeah, so we hook them both up. Mm-hmm. I really don't remember how we started this one. Looks like probably you did some percussion first.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember, but I know we were like doing our thing separately. Yeah. Because you're using
I feel like, yeah, all of them we would just kind of like, either I would be sitting at the keyboard and come up with an idea, or like we just sort of simultaneously be like throwing stuff at the wall until, you know, some sort of groove started to formulate or something.
Yeah.
That's the best when that happens.
Yeah.
And we were like layering it all together first. Like we're just building it all up, and it's just all one big loop.
Right. Yeah. So you'll be like doing drums and getting your loops all together, and I'm like trying to come up with ideas, and then I'm like trying to practice and perfect the ideas, and then by the time you've got the beat made, I'm like, okay, let me sample the synthesizer like for all these different passes. I'll do like all the, you know, those womp 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 and all the bass parts and do all that. It's like as quickly as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so good. And the other thing too, to emphasize, we didn't make the beat for this project. It was just simply out of creation, which is also a good way to do, so it's not like so much pressure.
Right.
Getting a vibe off of each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of producers can do this. Chris, you strike me as the kind of guy who could probably do this. But if someone's like, can you make this kind of beat? That's like the last thing I can do. Like, I need to just eventually I'll come up with something for you. But it's not like a artist walks in, says, give me the, you know, Drake type beat today. And
Right. And also as producers, you're trying to not sound like other people. So when people say, let me get like a Drake type beat, I'm like, well, I want to make you something that's kind of not only my sound, but also something that's going to fit. I mean, it's almost like a little mini questionnaire. Like, what's the vibe you going with? You know, is it ambient? Is it
that can work? Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. I get stumped. I'm like, can I make you something that, and we can collaboratively, you know, figure it out, or if you want to sound like everybody else, you can go to like BeatStars or whatever and just take the shortcut. I mean, there's nothing wrong with BeatStars, but it's just like you could, you know, it's already made, and you could just tailor it to what you're looking for. Scroll through, do your thing, you know. So,
Yeah. With the production on this one, I know we were like during the hook, we were trying to like double, or you're trying to like play along with the way I was like doing the hi-hats and stuff, and it was just like we could not like match it, because usually when I'm like doing drums and like I don't always do dun, 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 dun. I was like kind of going really unorthodox with this, so I'll be like dun, 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 dun. Like it was just, I like to like throw people off and not really make it so predictable in regards to like, the beats, because otherwise people will be thinking they can just replicate it. Like, no, like you'll just have to just catch it when it comes.
Yeah.
So that's something I think that's unique as well.
To me, you talking about that part, and I'm like listening for that. I'm listening to all the little things. I don't know where you hear.
Yeah.
What was that? Like, what was that?
Yeah. I want to know a little bit too, like with the sound choices.
Yeah.
Was it really specific, or you just kind of went with it like an improv?
Oh God, I don't know how to answer that one.
I know that's a hard producer question.
I feel like I've got this Korg synthesizer that I use for almost everything now, and like, yeah, the way I feel like especially when I'm working with you, the way I'm going is just like I just scroll through presets. I mean, there's like a bunch that came with it, and then there's like a couple hundred that I made, and I just go until I feel like something clicks with what's already going on.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we structured the beat, and the rest was history. But when we were creating this, I already had my first verse in mind. So I think you're on the machine, like, tracking everything. And I was sitting at your keyboard, just like writing it down. And when I play,
Yeah.
So I already had in my mind that I wanted to use it. And I remember when I posted on my story, like, just showcasing, like, hey, I'm making a beat with Zach. Right. This is not for sale. Just let you know. Showing it to you right now. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So now we're in the song creation process and all that. So I'm doing a rollout plan for this project, and I think I started in May, on the top of May. And the first thing for the rollout plan was to, show some in-studio process of this project. Right. And this song was not finished yet. I only had my verse. Right. I told D2G that, like, I want to do something with you on this, but it was just one verse which is 4 bars out of the entire song. And Chris, like you said earlier, reached out like, how can I be a part? And I was thinking, like, I wanted to keep it kind of like little brother, like the dynamic duo back and forth. But I was like, well, I haven't wrote nothing to this yet. So let me just slide this over and let me know what you think. And it was halfway done. Right. So, I don't know, Chris, you want to talk about a little bit of like, because I feel like you really helped shape the song become like a concept of bringing to the table. Even though I had my verse there, that was not really my mindset when I wrote part. Right. We'll break down the lyrics later, but like, just, if you can walk us through like when you first heard the beat and like why you wrote what you wrote.
When I first heard the beat, I listened to it a couple of times. I mean, from everywhere, like headphones, car rides everywhere, just to get the feel, sometimes you gotta like immerse yourself into like the music itself before, these things start clicking. I wanted to do the feature justice, you know what I'm saying? And I think I treat that for not only my own stuff, but anything, but for you, it was just like, I knew this was a special project, how you were talking about it, the enthusiasm you had behind it, the energy you had behind it. So I was like, I wanted to come correct. So, I want to say that in what you sent to me, something in one of your lines was saying about bringing something to the table, like something bring to the table. So, and then you started talking about it and expounding on it a little bit, and I was like, okay, like, he's like, well, how about we run with that type of concept? Like, we're bringing something to the table. And I think it's fitting because, we're all creatives, and we are bringing something different to the table. And if listeners are listening, they may be able to take that away. Like, listen, it's about what you bring to the table. It's not about all this other stuff that's material stuff and all the crazy stuff that's going on, music. It's about what you bring to the table, your authenticity, your creativeness, and all the other things that kind of follow. So at that point, once I got the scope of that, it to me it was easy. It was just like cool, you know. You get one word and then one word is like, oh, okay. Then I'm listening to it to try to catch the flow, and like I said, it did throw me off because it is a little unorthodox, you know. But it was a good unorthodox, you know. It's different, you know, and I think different is good. At least for me, I like it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's just me and the kind of music I make, because I did struggle with that for a long time. Like, I don't sound like anything else, but of course the influences are still there.
Right.
Like, I'm everybody, but other than, like, sometimes I put myself next to my peers, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can feel it too with other people as well. Like, even like seeing energy like from some people's fan bases, and then with me, I don't know, that's just kind of like what I'm feeling sometimes, of like, I know I'm like the oddball, but like people know like this is some good music,
Right.
but sometimes it takes a minute for people to catch on,
Right.
And
Right.
yeah. Well, he was in the room, so if you're able to join 2G, you know, just request. But I will want to acknowledge him as well, because we've been connected since 2012 through Columbia College Chicago. We did a show together called Soul something. Is losing me right now, but we were in a scene together doing like a cipher.
Okay.
I see you, 2G. You request. We gonna go live. I'm gonna let you speak a little bit. Get on. But yeah, we've been connected since 2012. We here.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I got kids and they loud.
Hey, Daddy.
I got kids, man. It gets crazy over here. What's the word, everybody?
What's going on? Hey, what's up?
Chris, Zach.
Good to meet you, bro.
What's going on, brother? Nice to meet y'all, man.
Yeah, you too.
This is all of us meeting like in the same room for the first time, y'all.
Literally.
So just been texting each other. So I'm glad we can all sit together and talk.
Yes.
I was just into you, so you just pop right up.
Hey, look. I was waiting on moments to jump in again. I got kids, and they get loud, and they don't know when to. So,
all good.
Yeah, your brother Vic Spencer's in the room.
Vic, what up, boy? East side of the building, yes sir.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know, if you could talk your stuff, you know, introduce yourself to the people, what you do, all that good stuff. Became connected.
All right. I'm a cancel for anybody that's interested. I like long walks on Lakeshore. I preferably like frosted honey buns instead of the regular glazed ones because they fill you up a lot faster for breakfast. No, I am an East Side Chicago representative, and yes, East Side does exist.
Yep.
States of the Lake, preferably if you like from Cottage Grove on down, you get around. I've been an MC for most of my life, man. I do things. I rap, songwrite, produce. I'm a dad, as you obviously heard. But yeah, I get down somehow. You know, I do things.
And promoter too. Opening up artists. This dope person.
I'll be hitting little light stuff on promotion. I don't do too much. I just bug people. Besides that, man, this me and Jovan, the history behind this, we go back, 2000 and I want to say like 10 or 11, damn near. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, I do host, Vic. You're absolutely right. I do host. Hold on one sec. What you want? I'm in the middle of something right now. Get out of here. Okay, so my bad. That was just child's mama being nosy. But anyway, we go back about 2011, I want to say it was like 2010, 2011. It was a production that brought us together, courtesy of my old alma mater, you know, Columbia College Chicago. It's a project, a musical hip-hop based project known as Project Soul. We had no idea who we were from, you know what I'm saying, a can of paint. Once we got, you know, casted as, you know, obvious actors in the play and displaying our skill, I noticed she was nice on the MC side and she had a good spirit about her. I was just like, she's pretty cool. And from there, we stayed connected. You know, we seen each other throughout the scene. We always admired each other's work. We always showed each other love and whatnot. And from there, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, stages got killed. A couple of joints, including this one right here, Bring to the Table, was put. The first one was actually the first joint on the album Growth, if I'm not mistaken. It was Changes. Yeah. That is a performance favorite. Yeah. And I do mean anytime she gets on stage, I get the call to come up there. Anytime we get ready to rock it from the intro all the way down, it's a damn good time. So it was only right when I got the call, like, I think we need to do it again. I said, you know what? I think you're right. Yeah. And so that's what happened.
Open up the song as well.
Oh yeah, wait. I forgot there's another song that we did back in the day.
Hey, with a bass musician named Tyler Seawood.
Yes. Yep. And Chris Michael's on the hook. Yeah, that's another one. Like that's a
feel good.
That's like one of my favorite verses that I wrote. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Ode to hip hop.
Yes, it was definitely an ode to hip hop.
Yeah.
Hopefully I could get him into something like this. Hi, son.
Yeah.
Just like to get the kids in. But yeah, so starting from there and then just over the years, it's always just been love. She got a show, you know what I'm saying? I watched her rip it down. Same thing. It's just like it's from a mutual respect, but it's also the fact that we get, you know what I'm saying, like we cool like this for real. So kind of helps as far as the chemistry goes. So that's all I got for that one.
And both Little Brother fans.
Yeah.
So like I said, the song inspired by that. That's why I wanted to do the back and forth. Yeah. So both are fans of that group. I was like, we got that.
Shout out to Phonte, Phonte. Shout out to Grab a Big Pooh. Yeah. Them the guys right there, man. Those are heroes. Like I would say, out of all rap groups, those are definitely like top 3 to me because of what they represent, how they got their flows off from Phonte being able to switch from MCing as well as singing, and then Big Pooh just steady, you know what I'm saying, holding it down, just holding his own on the lyrical side, and the chemistry of it is just, it's magnificent. They bring that soul into it, and I think that's what we wanted to kind of put into the song as well.
Exactly. All right. Well, we talked about the production and how we got on the songs and everything, and so now we're gonna switch into the lyrics. We're gonna break down our lyrics from top to bottom. So you did start yours off. You started the verse off, and I'm gonna pull up the lyrics actually.
Please do.
People.
Because I saw your breakdown from the promo vid earlier, and I'm like,
that was cool, because you wrote that in the studio, aka my place, and I was like, yeah, I was like, wait, hold on, pause, say that acapella.
You like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm like I'm a big fan of my friends. So
listen, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely tried to test the limits of my pen with that one. I tried to see about the few homonyms, synonyms. I tried to tap into that technical stance, but at the same time, I wanted it to be heard. I wanted it to make sense. I wanted to play with the rhythm a little bit. I wanted to play with the cadence of it. Like, just really wanted to see how much the listener can catch the way they'd be like, wait. Let me rewind that back. Like, I wanted to kind of get that feel to it.
Right. Exactly. So, I pulled it up. Can you see it?
Well, a little bit. Okay. All right. I can see it. But pull it back a little bit because some of the words missing.
Okay.
All right. There we go. All right. I should be able to see that. All right. What I say? I remember when. Counted all of my losses. Couldn't remember wins. Chilly days, no sweaters, only memory I always to remember wins. Breeze through the who, where, and whys, and don't remember wins. First of all, that's hard. That's hard.
That's hard.
I gotta give myself a little. Hey, because to the average listener, it sounds like I'm saying the same word, and I'm not. And it's not even just the same words, and I'm not using. It's the infliction that give a distinguished, like meaning behind each word that I say. So If I say remember when and couldn't remember when's, you got to see that it's a timing thing as far as like where the H is located, but it's silent, so it still sounds like wins. And it's just basic wordplay, but there's a storytelling method to it. Even the bars after that, like, now it's toast, champagne flavors, bitter end, chosen as a winner when I could be meeting bitter ends. Bitter end, bitter wins, like, running close together real fast, they damn near sound like the same thing, and it's not. So then, what's my next one?
So
10 toes in my Timberlands while the opposition one by one tree falling and timbering. In my Timberlands, timbering, the tree fall, the tree, everything connects. Timber, like I'm putting all of that into place. So it's like many metaphors that are happening at the same time.
Oh,
okay. So is this based off a true story?
I mean, the feeling, yes. The feeling is based on a true story. You know what I mean? I have had those moments. It's not like true to a point, you know what I'm saying? But it draws from, you know, some emotions that I've had throughout, you know what I'm saying, life and being on this journey and MCing and this music journey. Just incorporate all of that into that verse. It's like I'm saying quite a bit, but I'm not saying much. So it's like, you know what I mean? Something as simple as that verse can tell many different stories because it's the same feeling that, you know, when you place in somewhere and you own this journey, you feel that with every time you make a step forward. You're going to go over the hurdles. You're going to encounter some tragedies. You're going to encounter some roadblocks. You're going to encounter something that's going to kind of put some, I wouldn't say a fear into you, but definitely a sense of questioning. You know what I mean? So it's definitely one of those things where it's a message in there. It's just delivered in such a subtle and smooth tone, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to bring them in by, you know, a medicine and a candy type of method. So you give them a candy, but it's really medicine inside that. While it tastes good, it makes you feel good as well. So,
all right now. So then after D2G's verse is my verse. This is the one that I pretty much had tucked already. So they want to play upon your ignorance and prey upon your innocence. Stay upon your penmanship. Don't end it till you finish it. It's only the beginning, not the time to be reneging. Yeah, I took so many losses. Now my mind is set on winning. So that when I say they, this can be either the people that's your opposition. This can be the powers that be.
Oh, it's definitely some gatekeeper talking there.
Exactly.
I seen that.
Exactly. So when you don't know something, you don't know your rights. You know, if you're like a child, if you have like the child at heart, you know, like people like to play upon that. People want to take advantage of that. And so that's what I'm saying. Just keep going. Don't stop. You know, it's no point of return.
Right.
So, now that I've been through the trenches, I'm not in that victim mindset anymore. Now I'm a winner, you know. So that's what I'm saying there. You know, just don't stop and be smart. So that way you won't get taken advantage of. So that's what I'm saying, those first two lines. And then I say, step back, assess the level of the situation instead of being stuck on stupid waiting. We should really be on vacations, on new horizons and the islands, acting childish, actualizing our imaginations. The child
said a lot.
Yeah.
You said a lot.
I know. Oh.
And it's what you said in there. You know what I'm saying? Again, it relates to the people because the only difference is in the way that you delivered it. We pretty much just express the average person's state of mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have put so much into what we do. We're going to come across those trials. We're going to come across those that prey upon the vulnerability that you have in keeping it genuine with what you do. Instead, you know what I'm saying? Like being stuck there, you should be progressing. You should be celebrating your wins because you worked for it. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be held down to having to always keep it at a meek sort of, you know what I'm saying, understanding. There's humble and then there's actual righteous celebration in yourself as well.
Right.
Exactly.
Good point.
Right. And stop holding yourself back because you could be taking yourself further which is
X.
saying we should be on vacation. All that stuff that we thought about, all the things we've been fantasizing. Now we are here celebrating, toast champagne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say I had a friend say to me, I never even heard anyone use the word actualizing before. It's funny. I was filming a documentary some years ago, and this artist, her name is Kristen Ray Cologne. Christiane Ray Cologne. She's a yeah. I was doing a documentary called the Grandmother Project, and I was interviewing her grandma, and she was about actualizing. Like, she just had all the words. I feel like poets just have plethoras of words.
Man, that's a cheat code, Jack. I swear.
Yeah, that's been in my in my vocabulary now. So, but it works with imaginations, actualizing, and the islands acting childish, actualizing our imagination. So, yeah, I want to shout out to Christiana as well for planting some words in my head without knowing. Yeah.
Dope.
So
dope.
now we gonna go into the chorus, which I didn't have anything for it, but I knew I wanted to have actualizing our imaginations, like being like a DJ scratch in between. And D2G was like, wait, let me hear that where that's placed, because he wrote the hook for that and worked around how I wanted it to be shaped.
Yeah, just to kind of branch off into that. One thing I've learned about hooks is this. You can have an idea about something, and even when you deliver it out, it can still come off as a bit incomplete and kind of give a feeling that's kind of happening into it. So I'm listening to the beat. I'm listening to everything that we're saying. And the purpose of the hook, you got to draw somebody in. You got to give them something that they feel like is the climatic part of the song. I don't know if I pronounce it right. I fear of a stutter. But anyway, so to kind of give it that climax type of feel to where you're enjoying the song. You know what I mean? You're falling into the beat. It makes it where the beat makes sense as far as heightening the mood of the song and kind of, moving as a transition on into the verse. And you got to give it like a life thing, because sometimes you can make the hook and the song can then be taken down a little bit by the time the next verse starts. Now you ain't got the energy into it. So when she brought up the scratch idea, I'm like, that's dope. Definitely want to use that because it still contains the element of hip hop. One of the original elements of that. And so I'm like, this definitely needs some type of sing-along type of vibe to it. And it's not to come off as corny, but, you want to put the candy on the people's ears. So I just started, kind of going over our verses a bit. And the song just gave off to me like, listen, we've been putting the work in for so long. It's like when you approach us when it comes to our art, you approach us when it comes to our work, the first thing they're going to ask you is, what do you bring to the table? What makes you different than everybody else that's doing what it is that you do? Yep. And so with that, you got to have the confidence in you to give the most confident reply that you can. That's why toward the end of the hood, when they ask you, what do you bring to the table? That's when you say me. You know what I mean? To give kind of a final stamp on it, like, I am the table almost. Right. You know, even in the beginning of the hook, when you don't find yourself as confident, but you want to give an answer. That's why when they ask you what you bring to the table, just tell them that you bring what you're able. You know what I mean? That's pretty much a sign of giving what you are. No frills, no filters, no type of, messing with or tampering with included. It's all no filters, 100% raw, are you. So you put it to the beat and it's like, when they ask you what you bring to the table, there's your question. Just tell them that you bring what you able. Now right there, you already building it up. You gave them an answer. Now it might not be something that, they understand the first time. So you ask them again. If they ask you what you bring to the table, finally, you did the questions. That's when you say me. What you bring to the table, you say me. That's what you tell them right there. So it's like we coaching you as to how to, put your point into it, but still giving you that sing-along type of vibe.
Right. Exactly. And then also, too, the way I look at it, you don't even have to explain. Like, you're going to see me. Yep. Like, you're going to find out. and not only find out, like I don't have to explain, like I do this. I am me is so much more than just saying this. Like, yeah, I'm not a whole snack out here. I'm a whole meal,
Right.
a whole 3-course meal, and then some.
And that's right. I surprise myself sometimes, man. Like that was just, and then even and to come up with that, like I was surprised at how that even came about because I didn't get a chance to like pin that. I kind of just, you know what I'm saying, I freed it.
Yeah.
Like, it was just something to like, okay, what if I said this while the scratching was going on? And then I can't make that a thing where it's like it's a single lead vocal. Now you got to add harmonies to it to kind of really make it for real, for real. So that's why when you recorded me, I'm like, let me get these on the stacks. I'm a double this, pan out left, right, but that feeling that you're going to get is going to sound really complete by the time it's done. And here we are.
Exactly. And I don't know if you know this, Suji. I asked Chris to do some additional background vocals on it because he's from he's in Miami, and I wanted us to fill it together where all three of us are on the the hook together.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your process, Chris?
I was really just taking the cues from what you was doing, 2G. So I was just like, all right, that's you, what you bring. So I was like, let me add a little. I wanted to add a little bit. I don't want to do too much, or because sometimes when I'm adding harmonies, I like to stack and I like to make them big, So I wanted to keep it real simple, follow your lead, and then just go from there. So it worked. It worked perfect.
Definitely worked perfect. Definitely get fill out, you know what I'm saying, strengthen it up, the layers, like
right.
Coloring something is a ultimate difference maker, as subtle as it is. Right. So even if, you know what I'm saying, and I feel what you're doing as far as like, but bro, you pulled that shit out right along with me. So I'm like, man, salute. The hook came out to be dope. The song came to look. Mm-hmm. I ain't got to say no more. Y'all got it. I'm cool.
Yeah. I definitely was following your lead.
Yeah.
Much love.
Blended so well because I had to drop the song out just so I can hear it. I was like, yeah, that was good. That boy good. These rapper turned singers out here.
Few of us out here.
I'm gonna take that. I usually be like, that ain't my lane, but I'm like, okay, you know what? I guess the secret's out. Forget it. There we go.
Yeah. We all got a little singer in us.
A little bit.
Yes. Okay, we got the verse 2. So I start off the second verse. And so it goes. Oh yeah, I came my camera.
You came in.
Woo!
But go off.
Yeah, here we go.
Go off.
It's nice to meet ya. It's Jovan, and though I shouldn't have to spell it, but it's time I teach ya. I feel like people always spell my name wrong. So I was like, I got the time today because I don't need to have to, don't have to explain myself. And I always kind of I always say Jovan. I always spell my name, not always, but I find myself doing that in some songs. Jovan, so I'm like, let me just bring that back into this song. It's nice to meet you. First time I teach you. You're claiming that you run in the streets, though under these beats, you nothing more for value than a tongue in the cheek or but a tongue in the cheek. And so basically that's just me saying, you ain't really nothing. You just a joke. You know? Yeah, you just capping out here.
Capping and you rapping. And that ain't cool.
Exactly. Ain't cool at all, especially in hip hop that just turned 50 years old.
Hey, she's 50 out here, man.
50.
Beautiful thing.
50. And then I say, they say I'm marching to the beat of my drum. I keep my pace on the run and track the laps without a gasp like it's fun. And so that part, again, like I was saying earlier, like I feel like I am a different kind of artist. And that also is one of my high school friends, his name is Don. He had commented on my Instagram post saying like, you always march to the beat of your own drum. So it's crazy how someone that known me like over 10 years ago can say you were always like that.
Right.
So that's kind of what that line was inspired by. And then when I keep my pace on this run, track the laps. I actually did run track in high school for 1 year. But also, I noticed, like, when I perform, I always get people saying, how do you breathe? Like, you got some energy on you.
Because breath control is vital.
Yes. And I do I work out and stuff, too. So, I try to put my real life inside of the music as well. And yeah. And it helps with being on stage, too.
Get your wind up underneath you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because performing, y'all know, that's a workout. That is cardio. If you sweating up there, you working out. Yeah, my dad be like, you did some aerobic workout today. I'm like, I did. I was like, oh yeah, I did a show. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last two lines on that is, you better catch it before we go past your eyes like it's magic. Don't come to my face when we get all established, which I feel like a lot of people do when they they don't really realize what they have that's in front of them until you get those certain opportunities. Then it's like, oh my gosh, that's how you do this. That's how you do that. It's like, nah, like don't, like, just like J. Cole said, don't be sharing people online after they pass. If you didn't do it live, like, nah, like, so that's kind of what I was saying there. Like, be here with me now before I take off.
Right.
Give us our flowers.
So,
please give us our flowers.
Yep.
Not putting in work for nothing.
Exactly. All right, 2G, you next on this.
Oh, it is me, huh?
All
right.
Okay, I'll let you go.
All right. I'll just make sure I got all in the whole thing. So you said, don't come to my face when we get all established. And as I move groovy through this mosh pit of madness, Jovan hit the alley-oop, and I'll be breaking baskets on my shack attack-ish. Beast on these peons. It's dancing my stride like I'm primetime Dion. Pause. First of all, again, I'm tapping myself on the back because these references are like just... Because not only am I coming right behind you off of the verses, like I'm doing exactly what my line says. Right. First of all, move groovy in this mosh pit of madness. You've seen what a mosh pit looks like. I pray none of y'all have really been inside of a mosh pit. Bowls get thrown, fists get janked by accident, you kicks in places you don't want to be. You might not come out the same person. So if I can move groovy in this mosh pit of madness, I'm too smooth. Jovan hit the alley-oop, and I'll be breaking baskets on my shack attack itch. I think we're all fans of, or we all were fans of Shaquille O'Neal with the Magic. I think we've all seen what he's done to a few backboards in his prime.
Yeah.
I still watch Blue Chips sometimes. Yeah. I definitely am a fan of Shaq when he was breaking backboards. Yeah. Minus that one time that the rim hit him upside the head like a dummy. But the strength, he's strong. You know what I mean? So Jovan hit the alley-oop. She passed to me because you just got done with the verse. She passed me the alley-oop. I'll be breaking baskets on my shack and sack-ish. Feast on these peons. They little to me. Just dancing my stride like I'm primetime Dion. If you've ever seen Deion Sanders play football, when he goes into the end zone, he is dancing. That man has been one of the cockiest, most confident, flashiest primetime football players, but he backs up what he talks. You know what I mean? Primetime. He's the reason primetime is used in the language of talking about extravagance to this day. In fact, one of my favorite music videos was from Deion Sanders. Must Be the Money. That's one of my favorite joints right there. So that whole 4-bar setup was, and coming after your verse, Jovan, like I had to make it, make sense. It's a conversation piece. Like we talking to you so that I don't come in like I'm too different of a vibe off of you. It's like we damn near synchronized, like the little brother concept we talking about. All right, so what's my next bar? What did I say?
Oh yeah, and I also emphasize we both was talking about sports too.
Right.
So yeah,
definitely work. See, twin fusion.
Exactly.
Prime time. All right. We overcome each mountain of politics Wait. All right, straighten it out because it's starting to fuzz. I can't see the words. Oh no, I'm getting old. Why? We've overcome each mountain of politics and ascend straight to the top of your top picks list. First of all, again, I'm going to pat myself on the back. Because that very line, ascend straight to the top of your top picks, topics, like the topic list, because they have top fives and all of this other stuff, new guys, rookies, veterans, or whatever you want to place me in, I'm at the top of that pick, in that topic. Top picks list. Like, we ascend to the top of that. Slick messaging that last entendre. If you ain't first, you last. That's the mantra. Shout out to Ricky Bobby for that one. Hey, shout out to Ricky Bobby.
A lot of gems in these bars here.
Man, the breakdown, when you really unpack a verse, because you think you're hearing something simple, and it's not that. Like, it's subtle, but the layers, you peel it out layer by layer by layer. You find a gem in each one. Like, that's the type of hip hop that I came up from. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same with everybody that's in here, whether from an MC standpoint, a production standpoint. We were influenced by the hip hop that laid gems on us and made you think about something. It's like, oh snap! Like
100%, 100%.
Yeah. All right. Now,
that wraps it up for me.
Yeah.
Chris.
Oh man. Oh yeah. I want to mention too. Chris has the only verse that doesn't cut out in between the 8 bars.
He just went in straight 16.
Yes, one of my favorites. So let's get into it. Let me know if you can see that.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna.
When we start from there or the top, because
start from the top.
From the top, the first and the last announcement, I said, boy, I'm like, it's a celebration. We on a whole nother plane. Peep the elevation. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
The plane, miles high in the sky, above anybody hating. The frequency, you can't see it, but we vibrating. A big space of frequency and energy, you know what I'm saying? And, these are things you can't see, but you know that on this record, you feel it. We vibrating.
Yep.
Facts.
What we create and picture perfect like a destination. This a private party, ain't no open invitation. What we doing is a select few that can do what we do, so it's a private party. Not for everybody.
You cannot get in.
Where was that? Open invitation. This is years of putting work in like a plantation. Metaphorically speaking, it's the opposite of starvation we've been eating. That's planetary,
That's facts.
Then what I wanted to do with that scheme is run into the next scheme of just using everything food incorporated to talk about what you essentially bring to the table. And then I say, here's a tip from your local patron. Once you're invited to the table, you just be patient. If you're ordering success, ain't no need for waiting. Waitress, waiter, ain't no need for waiting.
Right.
Get in the kitchen and start cooking. Tighten up your apron. The kitchen we call lab, the studio. Get in the kitchen. Tighten up your apron.
I'm with you.
What I say?
Bring to the table.
What you bring to the table just might be creative.
You bring to the table just might be creative enough for them to want to eat a piece of what you baking.
Yeah, they definitely get the big spoon with the brownie cook up. They definitely want the previews. This is facts.
There you go. I say after
Bacon too. I was like actual bacon.
Yeah. Bacon.
Double entendre.
Go. Gotta sometimes hit it with the double entendre. What I say? Jeez, I don't know why. It's hard to see this.
Sorry. So you say eat a piece of what you baking. They want a slice of the pie.
Yeah, they want a slice of the pie once they see you caking. Just a little food for thought. Dishes worth saving.
Ooh, dishes, not this is.
Damn. dishes, you know, food for thought, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first
Even to expound on the food source, you know, you do the dishes, you let the food marinate,
Yes.
you know,
yes.
and, you know, work safe.
Just
Later. By layer. By layer.
That's it.
By
That's
layer.
Right. So it's just like it's just really again expounding on what you were saying earlier about you want to walk people through the song and you want to walk them on needed in order not only to what to bring to the table, but showing them like, listen, this is what you bring to the table. People just want you authentically you know. And when you give them that, authentically get in the kitchen, tighten up your apron, you know, chef up that music, feed them something that's gonna feed their soul, let them marinate, give them a little food for thought, let them do the dishes. I'm like, it's like I'm rapping.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
just laid out the entire process, bro. I'm not mad at it. This type of breakdown is a one of a kind breakdown because it's something that is with substance. You know what I'm saying? It has the soul to touch you when you hear it, more than just a one-time listen, more than just it's not something that's going, you know what I'm saying, like stick to your ear. Oh, this is new. All right, I'm keeping it in. Right, no, this is going to stick to you. You know, we crafted this like everybody added their seasonings on this. You know what I mean? Like it's fire.
Yeah, and that just speaks to the pen and the artistry and what we're doing, because sometimes people may have to listen to it a couple of times before some of these things start clicking. Everybody's so used to the microwave aspect of music nowadays, where it's they just trying to throw different things out. We trying to have something that's lasting, that's actually gonna sit with you, and then you got to be actually sit. You might have to think about it a little bit. You know, I'm like, oh, all right, you might have missed the first time. You might get it on the second.
We support and we a fan of ramen noodles. But everything ain't ramen noodle based, man. Sometimes you need that home cooked meal for real. That's what brings it home.
Yeah, that's it.
The one that's worth making.
exactly.
Right. With the production, that's like the yams, that's the mac and cheese, that's the collard greens. All we do is just, you know, we put our little stuff on top. You know what I mean?
Man.
Oh, that's no.
You disagree, Zach?
No, I mean, no, it's all working together. I think you guys are the turkey.
Oh,
Okay. The turkey.
love that. Yeah,
Pretty hefty.
That's pretty.
that's a good. Yeah.
Pretty heavy.
Zach, what was your thoughts hearing this track? You know, you didn't know what was going to come of it, and so what was it like to hear your production and hearing our voices on it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's always amazing to see the track come to life with vocalists. And I mean, yeah, I just have to thank you guys for not only letting me be a part of the song, but like it's cool to hear you guys break down the lyrics. Like I don't get to hear that a whole lot from vocalists I work with. Right. Yeah, it's really nice, especially as someone who, you know, I'm in a lot of sessions with vocalists and, you know, they need sort of vocal production help. And like, I'm not a lyricist or a vocalist myself. So this is like super helpful for me.
Yeah, I'm glad you had some takeaways.
Yeah.
I didn't see questions come by. I mean, if there's anybody in the room that have any questions, let us know.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, man.
I did see someone earlier say, love this collab. It was a perfect follow-up to New Beginning because this is track number 2.
Yeah.
So it slowed the tempo down but kept the energy up.
Right.
Yeah.
And above all, you know, we sending a positive message, you know what I mean? And I think that's what's lacking in music nowadays, you know what I mean? Just, you know, everything is just negative, man. The world is negative. And this is just uplifting folks, you know what I'm saying? Let them know in a different, listen, have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What you believe in, know what you bring to the table, know your worth.
Yeah.
Bring that, you know?
Exactly. If this don't get a placement, I don't know what this song would definitely get a placement. It may take a minute, but I have a feeling
This is definitely big up. My takeaway.
Yeah.
Who better to have done this? Just saying. Who better?
Talk about it.
I can't think of nothing right now. I'm just because we giving y'all a message. We giving y'all, you know what I'm saying, the good vibes. But honestly, you better to do it.
Yeah.
Right. It works for every season.
Mm-hmm.
Every season.
But it works out all year round.
Every venue and avenue of life, this definitely applies. So
Right.
y'all go and put y'all ears to bring to the table. Tell the people what you bring to the table. Hell, bring the table.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How was Wicker Park Fest, and like how was did you guys perform this one, and like how did it translate?
I think y'all on the news now. Just because I'm out here don't mean I don't be.
You know.
Oh man.
Okay.
We definitely
dope.
We definitely had to pull that one out, man. We had to bring that one to, and it hit. We had the, you know what I'm saying, the vibe going. We had the band behind us with it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that live.
It sounded so.
Animal.
Yeah.
Chris, we gonna need to get you on one of these stages, man.
Yeah.
I think it might be about that time, bro.
And might be. We definitely gonna have to get a music video cooking too.
Yes.
Because me and
Chris, sure.
Go to if me and 2G need to go to Miami and
this, I'm down.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been looking for a reason.
Like,
look, I will book today. What's up? Let me know. I'm look here, United. Take me away. I'm
get something going. I'm all for it. You know.
Let's do it. Man. I'm video in my man. I'm out.
Because my definitely get vacation vibes. You know. Mm-hmm. The kind of like what we talking about, you know, so
yes,
that same paper, and we gotta get out here, and that's like our videos. It don't have to come out right when the project comes out. It's still gonna hit years and years to come. So we gonna get it in for sure.
Right.
So anyone watching, look out. It's
coming.
Right. We'll win.
We coming to Miami. It's happening. We go.
I'm in Chicago. I mean, it's whatever. I got
okay, let's do both. Let's do both. Why not? Get both sides of the table. You feel me? We just gonna bang this thing out, man. It's gonna be something dope.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
While we at it too.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
All three of us can just do a showcase by ourselves.
That's it.
What's up?
Well, what's up with?
I'm with it. Look. You point me to where the mic and the stage is at. We'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah, and to mention about the Wicker Park Fest, so our drummer DJ Allen, he actually had little sprinkles on top. I don't know if that was for him, so he knows where like the chorus and the verses were, but that also helped too.
It did.
So I was like, I need them live tracks too.
Yeah,
he kind of
what it does. It keeps it with the same feeling, but at the same time, it keeps you kind of not stationary, but it keeps you programmed to where you're supposed to be at. So that way, you can give yourself the free room to like really go in the way that you want to, and the sound of it is it becomes more powerful, honestly.
Yeah. So it turned out well. We made that show. We rocked that out.
Look, I would dare say we were the best act of Wicker Park Fest. Yeah, I said it.
Yep, we were, and we coming back. We're gonna come back.
Hell yeah,
bigger and better.
Listen, you know, it was a thing with us when we made people separate from everywhere that they was walking around, even from the main stage, just to come check us out. And all we was doing was sound check. We didn't even get started yet.
Wow.
We were just entertaining the people, talking to them and sound checking and just really trying to get our sound right. And they were already like in the palm of our hand.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those that the vibe was the order of the show, how it ran across. And then when we got to bring to the table, they were more than ready to receive, you know what I'm saying, how we was going to give it to them. And boom, it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know you got the DJ and you got Eric on sax, right?
What's
What's the rest of the band? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Well, we have my man's Chris Dotson, aka Chris Clutch, on bass, and then I think I had my homie Mike on keys, but they couldn't still. No, not Mike. It was Nico. Nico Suave. Nico on the keys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that he almost brought the talk box out. I was ready for the talk box, man.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh,
but, yeah, I think they had to kind of, you know what I'm saying, split early for like gigs that they had prior, because they definitely had the, you know, musician gigs. You got to keep moving and keep it going. Right. But for what we was able to do, we still brought out the noise and still rocked it out. I mean, I'm talking wall to wall, front to back, packed in our, you know what I'm saying, stage area. Just, we were Wicker Park Fest. Okay, that's what that was.
Yep. Yeah. I'll definitely send y'all the clip, the full Bring to the Table. I put a little bit out on my YouTube page, but I'll send you everything. And, you know, I get the end with the chorus because our boy Chris, but it was we still did what we did with it.
Down for you though, bro. We held it down for you for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Dope.
Yeah. Questions for each other? Anything else? Because I think we pretty much hit through it.
When is this video getting shot? Okay, that is my question. That is my question. I want this video to be brought to the world. Okay, and then with that, I want another collab like this. Can we do a part 2 to this?
Ooh, I'm down.
I'm with it.
Bring to the Table remix.
Hey, that would be smacking.
That'd definitely be dope.
Yeah,
maybe
that'll be really dope. We might put out a little GoFundMe. You know, if you want to donate to the cars, to the videos, to the travel, for the food. Yeah,
because we working here. We giving y'all some hotness. That's it. Proper hotness.
Exactly.
That's it. Giving that quality. I got a question. What is everybody working on right now? Anybody working on anything? You got the EP. You moving those units.
Yeah. So I'm just promoting that right now, but I definitely have another EP in mind. I haven't wrote to it yet, but I already have the tracks that I want to do, and it's definitely feels very Chicago. All of the instrumentals feels very much Chicago. So I think I might make like a Chicago style thing. But if it don't turn out to be like that, it could still be an ode to Chicago. Like even the way that I rap on it, and
for sure.
Ocean could still be dedicated to Chicago in some way. But that's just what I feel when I hear it right now.
Right.
That's something that's in the background. So for next year, I'll have some more stuff to put out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then of course my photography and my filmmaking. So, I always, stay busy on those type of sides too.
Yeah.
But that's me so far.
So we gonna have to definitely talk on the filmmaking, because this incorporates into what I'm working on at this moment. So I actually got a heads or tails thing about where I'm gonna go next with it, because I have 2 projects that one I've been working on for quite some time. We just been fixing the technical things to go with it. It's an EP that I have with my homie Brother Gift. Shout out to Brother Gift. It's called That One Friday. It's a storyline type of, EP where all the tracks kind of going together, telling the story of what goes on in that day. And then my next project that I'm working on, I'm about to actually get right back here with it. I'm doing a part 3, Jovan. Doing a part 3. Me and the big homie Tony Baines.
Okay.
It's a part 3. It's a storyline, concept collection that we have. It started about maybe this is 2023, so about 6 years ago. Me and my homie Tony Baines, we came up with a storyline EP entitled The First Hot Day EP. And the premise of that was just to talk about what happens in the city of Chicago the first day that it gets hot. And if you know about Chicago summers, a lot can go down. Good, bad, indifferent, crazy, and otherwise. So when that took off, that started to build up the thing. And then a couple of years back, we did it again with 2021 with the Next Hot Day EP. In fact, I actually got a show dedicated to that coming up next Thursday, August 24th. me and my homie Juice Maisley, we both came out with EPs in that year, 2021. Right. His was Heaven Sent, mine was The Next Hot Day. So we just gonna bring y'all the Heaven Sent Hot Day showcase. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have that going down at the Promontory next Thursday. But yeah, then we're gonna go in and chef up and make this trilogy thing happen. We're gonna work on the part 3, me and Tommy Bang. So yeah, there's more work in the kitchen, man. I'm back outside.
Yes.
What's up? That is what's up. Keeping busy. I like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How about yourself, my boy?
Listen, I've been trying to draw some inspiration. Sometimes I go through those moments where I'm like, I got nothing, and then other times I could be up all night making records, making songs, beats, the whole 9 yards.
No one has that's what. Sure.
On Friday. Yeah, it's called Round of Applause. It's an up-tempo track. Tailored for the ladies, but I think everybody can vibe to it. You know what I mean? It's real fun. It's got more of like that New Orleans bounce, so it's a little different.
Hey, hey, let's go.
For that, so that drops Friday. Been just trying to, keep promoting that album that I just put out last year called What. I just lost it. So I'm about to say, what more can I say? What I say. And that album I produced from top to bottom, for the exception of track 4. My boy Random, he's over in Clearwater on the west side of Florida. He produced Bomb, which I believe is one of your records that you like.
Yep, I love that one.
Yeah, but everything produced that from top to bottom. So really just trying to embody that too, really I'm open to collabing and stuff like that, but I really get in a different zone when I could work on something from top to bottom, like track 1 down, and really creatively. It pulls a lot, you know what I mean? Because I got to not only have the beat bring something, but also now I got to bring the writing, the songwriting, the raps, like everything has to connect, So working on the part
that cohesive for sure.
Yeah.
And I've been recording a lot more, so even since we spoke, Jovan, and I'm working on a part 2 to my Faded Memories. So Faded Memories, I flipped a lot of like 90s and 2000 samples and made an EP off of that. So now I'm working on. So far, I'm liking how it's coming through, and I might have to get y'all on that. You know what I mean? I got some ideas.
And I got bars. Let's go.
Word. So that's it. Keep it busy, man. Just trying to keep the music going, try to keep the energy going, and keep the vibes going, and keep everything going. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, Zach, what you got in this group, man?
Dropped with Karma Fett.
Sorry, what was that, Jovan?
You just dropped a song with your group Karma Fett.
Yep. So that was maybe 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 ago. So I've been working, especially on Spotify promotions, pretty hard. That's been working out really well. This is the first time I've really tried to push on Spotify, and getting on playlists. We're getting into the algorithm a little bit.
Nice.
Nice. That's been working out great.
Yeah,
that's a win.
We meet every week. We're working on new music all the time. Right now we're in rehearsals. We got lots of shows coming up in the fall. And then I think we'll probably spend the winter just trying to finalize songs, record songs. I'm talking to a friend with a studio who's got like a live stream set up about potentially doing a weekly stream or something to just get some content out there. Because I think the next battle for me will be like Instagram and content creation. It's something I've never been very good at. But it's like, because I'm the engineer, I'm the keyboardist, I'm writing the music, and just like trying to figure out how to do cameras on top of all this shit. That's just like at some point I'm like, I can't be like Jovan. I can't do it all. So I'm just like I'm trying to outsource some little piece of this. So I think this winter we'll probably spend a lot of time just hanging out in the studio and getting creative and trying to get some video footage and stuff.
Yeah, you kind of gotta be. I've been studying LaRussell because I just saw his performance last Saturday. And
he was here.
Yeah, he has a series on YouTube called Free Game Fridays. So I definitely encourage you to look at it.
Yeah,
he's been editing his own videos, but he does have a camera person that's filming. But yeah, you just gotta like have everything documented. You can create so many pieces of content off of one moment. So yeah, and repetition, so that always helps.
Yeah.
But I'll send you that playlist. But
Yeah, you're great at that game. I might be hitting you up for some tips at some point.
yeah,
Because I think I'll probably be doing the video editing too. And I only know a little bit about this stuff, so.
yeah. I mean, as long as you're putting it out there and it's good, and not
Yeah.
throwing this together.
I didn't look at us and say, I honestly don't think any of us had that problem. I think we really much got that part in the bag.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, I feel like we all got the nice music and all that. It's like, how do you present it in this, this world of social media?
It's ever changing. One minute you think you in one lane, and before you know it, 3 other lanes open up, and it's something new. You gotta adapt quick.
Right.
Right. That's what an artist is, though. We have different hats on. Yep. Until we get ones to where it's like, okay, I can just focus on being this thing. All right, you can do this. Have more of a team. But we'll get there.
Always a reinvention, right? You always got to reinvent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Zach, okay. What'd you say, Chris?
I just was saying that's the challenge. Is to reinvent.
Yeah.
Zach, I have a question. So the song that we would pitch to another artist that we won't name, are you guys going to use that track?
We might.
Okay.
We've got like a whole list of like demos, and I had to sit down with Kat. Kat is the singer in our band. I had to sit down with Kat the other day and be like, we've got like 15 different ideas. Some of them are like recordings with the band. Some of them are beats I made. The beat we made is on the list too. And I'm like, it's like so many threads happening at once. And I was like, we have to prioritize it. I know it's on the list.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you where on the list it is, but it was a lot of it is dependent on like, what does Kat want to write to first?
Right.
So I'm hoping we get to it, but TBD. If not, we got to find somebody for it because that one's a big.
Yeah. And it's something I want to do as well, is just produce for other artists. I really like this. I want to keep it for me, but
I know
that's me. All
hard to let the babies go.
Yeah.
So I make something, I'm like, I could I'm gonna keep this for me. I'm gonna go back and make something different.
Exactly. Yep. Where could people find y'all in the world? For those who may be joining in as followers of one person, if people want to stay connected, how do people stay connected to y'all?
In the words of my brother, Danny Bars, you can find me on Earth.
Okay.
Pretty in the base, in my location. I'm very, very sociable. For the rest of social media, you can find me at 2G Make a Move on Instagram and Twitter. Everywhere else, Facebook, website, D2Gmusic.com. Oh, and also be on the lookout for my band too, man. I gotta start plugging that enough.
Yeah.
D2G and the Stadium Status. Y'all can find us on Instagram at D2G Stadium. You know what I mean? So when you see that emoji and we put that up when it comes to shows, it's going down. D2G in the Stadium Status. But yeah, man, I'm easily able to find Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all download streaming platforms everywhere. So I'm here.
Yeah, and maybe we'll find you at somebody's wedding too.
This is true. So I kind of do a little. We'll talk about that later. But yeah.
All right. Chris, where can we find y'all?
I got my music worldwide. Spotify, Apple, Tidal. I mean, just everywhere. Social media, all my handle across the board is C.Fields, CDOT, FIES, C.Fields, and the one-stop shop, C.Fields.com.
True.
So, I mean, got the videos, got the merch, got everything on there, and the music as well. Exclusive videos, content, everything. One-stop shop.
Cool. Where can we find Blue Dream?
Yeah, you can follow me here on Blue Dreams Beats. If you go to my Instagram profile, I have my band Karma Fett is tagged in there. My recording studio Limbic Audio is tagged in there. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, you can find it. And if you want to see me live, I'll be at Oz Cooperative Studios. It's at about 18th and Halstead on Sunday, the 27th, for Cordoba Fest.
Woo!
That's Cordoba's last show. And yeah, Karma Fett will also be playing. We're doing it's everyone in Cordoba's like side project playing, and then Cordoba headlines the show.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh.
On the 27th of this month.
Yeah, that's on the 27th at Oz Cooperative Studios. That's HAZ Cooperative Studios.
Mm.
Yeah.
It'll be outside. It's
Wait.
really like back.
Did we play
Wait.
on Friday?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
you guys were there
Osborne
recently, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, we were just playing there.
there.
Yeah.
That's
It's
Was that with the like club?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sound
those-
Club Crib.
yeah, shout
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
I see him at the honky tonk thing they do on Sunday sometimes.
Yep.
out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can find me here, J. Leslie Monique, on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, same handle, J. Leslie Monique. And I have a website as well, jovanlandry.com. You can find my videos and my photography as well. Everything there. And yeah, this has been an amazing conversation. I hope people had some takeaways. I'll save the live so people can watch it. I'll put it up on YouTube. I'll save the live, put it up on YouTube so people can watch it wherever if they don't have Instagram.
Right.
This is amazing. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this project. A lot of people love the project.
Real.
People think I had a friend say, "Did I got Method? You got Method Man on this song?" Say it to D2G.
Wow.
Wow.
He was like, I thought I had you had Method Man on there.
All right, we gotta do some more of these now. I got some more people. Let's go ahead and crank up some.
Yeah, I've gotten from D2G. That sound like LL Cool J, or that sound like Method Man.
I'm doing
That's
something right. We on our way now. Let's go, y'all. We got some moves to make.
Miles High. Anybody waiting?
Yes, indeed. Man, this is bring to the table, man. And we brought that.
Brought the whole table, the dinner cloth, the plates, everything.
Didn't know he was bringing Method Man and LL to the table.
That's a little extra on the seasoning, bro. A little extra on the seasoning.
Brought the Neptunes, little brother,
See?
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You
All
did this. You put all this together.
Oh,
Okay, thank you for that.
love, for more magic to be made. So
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
yeah,
Sure, for sure.
Definitely glad that we got a chance to not only chop it up, you know what I mean, but at the same time, just create such a dope song, dope record,
Very dope.
You know.
Man, oh my God. I'm about to go bump that right now, man.
Yeah.
Let me go back me and the dad real quick.
Rotation on my playlist. Bump that daily. Daily.
Indeed. Y'all bump that out, man. Y'all be smooth. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. This has been one. Take it easy.
Yes, sir.
job. Thank you.